Alright, first off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Love honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the brothers in highways and byways pushing this word in all sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, the hopeful elect. Shalom. This is the brother Iram from a Jamaica camp coming with another quick lesson. And just thinking about something that happened earlier tonight where me and another brother, Yawala, we actually went on the road, to get a few things. Now we actually stopped at a gas station, right, where we were actually getting the things, and there was this famous Jamaican artist by the name of Luciano. He sings a lot of quote unquote cultural songs. He's a Rasta, but Rastafarians always quoting the Bible and among other things. And he was just there, playing his guitar. He was singing. No, it wasn't a case where people were actually coming up to him for taking pictures or everything. Everyone was just he was just there playing the music, and everyone just actually they just left him there to do what he was doing, but while they're enjoying the music. And believe me, it was beautiful. The sound of the guitar, everything. And funny enough, he was singing about the whole issue that's taking place around the four corners, and he was pretty much the song was not to get the juice because it's gonna damage your heart, your liver, and he was actually singing against the juice. And then he changed tune. He started to sing a different song. And while I was there, believe me, this man is a seasoned musician, right? And believe me, it was literally pleasant to the ear, right? He started to sing, and he said, I think he said that book me a one-way ticket, so that I can go home, because I'm tired of being oppressed in Babylon, something along those lines. Pretty much he was asking for a flight to leave, and right away I actually laughed to myself, like, look, he actually actually said the motherland, and he went off to say, Africa, being, the whole Pan-African thing and Rastas and everything. But, he, in my mind, I'm saying, look, he doesn't even know what he just said, and the spiritual, how do I put it, in the spiritual weight behind of what he said, as it is written, Israel, wow, what's that in Romans, let me see if I can find it. Not according to knowledge, right? They have a zeal. Right, this is Romans 10 verse 2. It says, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. For they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness, and going about this, I'll just leave it at verse 2. It says, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. Because, Luciano is the type of artist that, you're not going to hear him talking about, singing about, certain things that these newer generation people are singing about. It's more from, it's that straight, like, real reggae cultural roots, where they actually sang about certain things, even though they don't have the truth, and you can, in a sense, you can hear the sincerity in his voice, because some of these people, they really believe that Africa is the way to go. And in a sense, there's this yearning when you listen to the music, right? Now, let me get back to the precept. So, as I was there thinking, and before I started to do this lesson, this actually came to mind. This actually came to mind because, in a sense, I was deeply saddened, and because those words actually hit home. When you talk about the one-way flight, I was just thinking about the chariots, and the fact that it says so to take me home. Right away, my mind started thinking about the land, being placed back in the land, and being blessed, the curse is being lifted, and then when he finished it off with, being tired of being oppressed, in Babylon, it was all the way home. It hit all the way home. So this is Psalms 137 verse 1. It says, by the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. And when we were coming home, the brother Yawala was saying, why was he just sitting there? Why was he just sitting there? And the mood was there, like, this was him taking a break or taking a breather. Hey, with the artist like Luciana, if you have to see his if he is on a concert, believe me, you're gonna pay heavy to see one of his performances. And he was just there with his guitar, he was just playing and he was singing. And the thing about it was what he was singing about. He was singing about the whole thing that's taking place, as well as the juice and not taking the juice. And then on top of that, the song afterwards was about leaving and going back home. And pretty much this came to mind. It says, we hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof, for they that carried us away captive required of us a song. They that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. And it's just funny, that he was singing, and this is what actually came to mind. All right. Because a lot of these people, Esau distract with his entertainment and everything. And this is not a time to be in mirth. This is a very sorrowful and a dark time. Right. It says, how shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? Right. And we're pretty much in a strange land. It says, if I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let the tongue of the roof of my mouth, if I don't remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. So pretty much, if it's a case that you're not thinking, David was pretty much at the mindset that, look, if I'm not thinking about Jerusalem, then what's the point? I don't want to do anything, and I don't want to say anything, if I forget Jerusalem. And a lot of our people, they have forgotten Jerusalem, all according to prophecy. But we, the hopeful elect, we remember, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we're spreading this gospel so that those who need to hear it can actually hear it and think upon Jerusalem as well. Right? It says, if I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy, right? Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem. And they're the one, we're in the hands of Edom right now. The whole earth is in the hand of Edom right now. But we're feeling the full wrath of Edom, and in the times to come, we're definitely gonna feel his wrath. Right? It says, who said raise it even to the foundation thereof. Right? But here's the good part, because Yahushua is about to return to get this done. It says, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. And pretty much that's what we're longing for. We're longing to triumph over Esau, Edom, and other heathen, and we place, be in our rightful place upon the earth. both in the rulership hierarchy, as well as our physical location. We want to be in the land of our inheritance that was promised unto our forefathers. You know, um, praise in the earth. Another scripture came to mind. Right, this is Isaiah 62. So okay, hold on. Right, Isaiah 62 verse 7. Well, I'll start at verse 6. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. And this is why we shouldn't hold our peace. This is why we should be out there in the highways and edges. This is why we should be doing these breakdowns, these sit downs, and this is why we should be occupied in prophecy. Working on the inward man. Peradventure we may receive mercy from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai unto salvation. Right? It says, ye that make mention of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, ye that make mention of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And that is it. We want that. That is what when when I heard those songs and especially the last one, pretty much this is what my spirit was yearning. This was pretty much my sentiment. Even though it wasn't even in thought, but just the feeling. That was what I had. It says, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai had sworn by his right hand that by the arm of his strength, surely I will no more give thy corn to be meat for thine enemies, and the sons of the stranger shall not drink thy wine, for which thou hast labored. But they that gathered it shall eat it and praise the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and they that have brought it together shall drink it in the courts of my holiness. And that's the thing. We want to be able to actually reap the benefits of our labors. Not being oppressed in Mystery Babylon the Great. Right? It says, go through the gates, prepare the way of the people, and that is what we're doing right now. It says, cast up the highway, gather out the stones, lift up a standard for the people. And that standard that we're lifting up at this point is Yahweh Shai. Right? It says, behold, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai had proclaimed unto the end of the world, say ye to the daughter of Zion, behold, thy salvation cometh. And it could be this year. We hope and we pray that it's this year. And even if it's not this year, it's right around the corner. Like, it's any day now. Like it's clear that we're almost here. We're out of here. It's just a little ways further. So that's correct. Or our salvation cometh. Right? Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him. Right? It says, and they shall call them the holy people, the redeemed of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and thou shalt be called sought out. Then thou shalt be called sought out, a city not forsaken. Because we're not forsaken. If we were forsaken, we wouldn't have the understanding of these scriptures. So so the mere fact that we have the understanding of these scriptures through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, our salvation is near. We aren't forsaken. Just a little ways to go. Alright, so with that, hope this was edifying. Once more, to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word in all sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps. Shalom.